up to the stage President Kevin Feige, producer Trin, and directors Joe and Anthony Russo.
Hello.
Well, as you can see, the room is packed with reporters and journalists, and this only goes to show how much anticipation and excitement there is for this upcoming movie. And I'm super thrilled and excited to be here as well. I'm sure you must be eager to ask a lot of questions because we all want to know more about the movie. But before we take the questions, why don't we hear from you first, starting with Kevin. This is your second visit to Korea, right?
Second,
After your
yes.
first one with the
Yes.
Thor.
I came here with my friend Tom Hiddleston 5 years ago. Yes.
That was for Thor, the Dark
Correct.
World. So how do you feel to be back in Korea?
I love it. I'm very happy to be back. I wish it wasn't 5 years it took me to come back, but I'm very proud to be here with Avengers Endgame.
You know, the fandom has only grown larger since your last visit in Korea. So it's always a pleasure to have you in
It's wonderful.
Seoul.
Thank you so much.
And Trin, is this your first visit to Korea?
This is my first time. I've never been here before, so it's pretty amazing.
How do you like it so far?
I love it. I think the people are amazing. It's actually really thrilling to be here, especially for this movie.
Welcome to Seoul.
Thank you.
And what about you, Joe? Anthony, shall we start with you then? Is this your first visit as well?
Yeah, this is for both of us. It's our first visit. We've been very excited to come here. We know the fans in South Korea are among the most passionate anywhere in the world, so it's a real thrill for us to be here with this movie.
I hope you have some fun time while you're staying in Korea. And
Thank you.
finally, what's your impression on Korea so
It's
far?
fantastic. This is actually my second time. I was here about 3 years ago to speak at a conference. I love it. I love it.
Have you had some time to explore the city?
Just a little bit, you know. It's part of that's a problem with press tours is that you're speaking to the press most of the time, so you don't really get the opportunity to get out as much as you like, but we've had some amazing meals.
Okay, Korean food?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now we're going to take some questions from the floor.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 쿠키뉴스 이은지고요. 저는 케빈 파이기 프로듀서한테 질문 드리겠습니다. 마블의 지난 10년을 압축한 영화가 좀 어벤져스 인피니티 워라고 생각을 하는데요. 엔드게임은 마블의 이제 앞으로 10년을 좀 보여줄 영화라고 생각을 합니다. 그래서 마블 스튜디오가 좀 히어로 영화를 매개로 추구하는 가치관이 무엇이며 엔드게임에는 좀 어떤 점을 중점으로 담으셨는지도 궁금하고요. 히어로들의 세대 교체가 이루어질 거라고 얘기가 된 바 있는데 이 세대 교체가 좀 성공적인지도 조금 궁금합니다.
Who asked the question? We couldn't see who was asking.
I can't see there.
안녕하세요. This film is the end game. This film is the culmination of the 22 movies that we've made up to this point. So Infinity War was really the lead up to this end game. And I wouldn't use the word replace. I think we'll continue to introduce new heroes as we've done over the past 10 years. I just can't talk about which new heroes yet.
답변이 되셨나요? What was the main focus, the point of concern when you were producing this movie?
Well, I mean, all four of us on this stage want to deliver for the fans. For the fans around the world, we're all fans, and we, have spent the better part of 10 years working towards this film. All the work we've done has been leading towards this film. So the biggest concern was delivering, was making sure that we deliver surprises and a very, very satisfying conclusion to the Infinity Saga of 22 films.
다음, 예, 네, 저기 Q 사인이 있네요. 네.
네, 안녕하세요. 이뉴스 고수진 기자입니다. 어벤져스 엔드게임 관전 포인트를 감독님께 질문드리고 싶습니다.
Well, I think bring. I was going to say bring tissues, but you don't have to bring tissues. You really bring your enthusiasm, bring your love of these characters and of these cast, because the actors have worked so hard for so long as well. We shot this movie for almost 2 years with Infinity War at the same time, and to finally deliver it, I think just go into a theater full of other fans and full of other people, and I hope you enjoy it.
What about Anthony and Joe? Do you want to add something to that?
To prepare yourself, like Kevin said, this movie is intended to be the culmination of the 22 movie run. There's a lot of wonderful characters. There's a lot of wonderful story that we're wrapping up in this movie. So this movie is a very substantial movie. The running time is 3 hours and 1 minute. So one thing you can do to prepare for this movie is to not eat or drink anything for maybe a couple hours before you go into the theater. But I would also say bring a snack with you in case midway through you get a little hungry, because there's no really good spot to get up and go to the bathroom during this movie. It's very exciting.
Actually, in Korea, the running time was yet to be determined, but is it now fixed? The 3 hour and 2 minute
fixed.
running time is fixed? Okay.
Lesser Korean sense.
Joe?
I think they've said it very well. You know, he stole my joke about not eating or drinking before you go to the movies, so I'm out of material.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
I think it's also helpful to come in with, a little bit of the knowledge that from the other 21 movies, not to say that you have to watch all 21 movies, but there are some movies that will be helpful for you to prepare to get to the end game one.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 동아일보에서 온 이서연 기자라고 합니다. 트렌트렌 프로듀서님께 질문 드리겠습니다. 말씀하신 것처럼 어벤져스 엔드게임은 이전 작품들을 이렇게 집대성한 작품이고, 특히 전작 인피니티 워 같은 경우에는 한국에서도 정말 많은 사랑을 받았는데요. 이번 작품이 지난 전작들이랑 차별화되는 점은 어떤 점들인지, 그리고 관객들이 이전 작품들과 비교해서 이번 작품을 어떤 면에서 좀 더 중점적으로 즐기셨으면 하는지를 좀 말씀해 주시기 부탁드립니다.
That's a great question. I can't get into the plot of the movie, but what I can say is that, we're always striving to continue to support our female heroines from the previous movies as well as this one. So we'll continue to explore that. And I think, working with this amazing group has been tremendous in terms of when we're sitting in the conference room and we're, hashing out and brainstorming these moments in the movie, that we're always looking out for that. So it's not something that we, just sort of ignore in that sense, because it is very important to me personally too that we continue to go towards that direction.
Did you say female heroes?
Yes.
Does that mean Captain Marvel will play a more significant role in this movie?
I think she has an important role in in this group. Like, I'm looking over at the poster that we have, or the banner over there, and I see our very strong female characters there standing next to the men, and I'm so proud that they're being up there represented in that way.
I'm proud too. Thank you. Do we have a next question? Okay. 좌측에 예.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 스포츠투데이 한예지 기자입니다. 두 감독님께 질문 드릴게요. 이제 어벤져스 인피니티 워 엔드게임은 유래를 찾아보기 힘들 정도로 대형 프로젝트인데 연출자로서도 되게 이례적인 경험이었을 것 같아요. 그래서 처음 이걸 시작할 때 가능할 거라고 생각을 하셨는지, 그리고 피날레로 앞둔 소감은 어떠신지 궁금하고, 그리고 마지막으로 하나 더는 지난 인피니티 워가 지구 절반이 사라지는 되게 사상초유의 결말로 관객들이 되게 절망과 혼돈에 빠지게 됐는데, 그런 관객들의 반응을 지켜보면서 무슨 생각을 하셨는지가 궁금합니다.
Joe, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly we've always felt incredibly well supported, and this was a massive undertaking. I think it's as big as anything that's ever been done in movies outside of maybe Lord of the Rings. So it's was without question a daunting task, but everyone worked incredibly hard to deliver what we feel is a very, very satisfying conclusion. We're really proud of the movie. Anthony and I feel like it may be our best work at Marvel, and we're hope that audiences feel the same. We're really excited to share it with them. So, yeah, of course, there are moments of doubt where you feel tired or exhausted by the process, but we all have so much passion for what we do and for these characters and for telling these stories, and most importantly, for surprising the fans and making them happy that it kept us going, and now here we are about a week and a half away from showing it to the world.
She had another question, so maybe Anthony, you could answer that. The question was, in the previous one, Infinity War, half of the living creatures on Earth has been wiped out, so it left many fans dumbfounded and confused. So what was your response watching the reactions from the fans?
It was really impactful. I mean, we knew it was a difficult ending. It was a difficult ending for all of us to commit to as storytellers. But to see the audience reaction to that moment was really, it left a big impression on us, and one that we certainly carried forward as we were editing Endgame over the last year. Look, we thought it was important. You rarely have a moment in movies where the bad guy wins. But unfortunately in life, there are many moments that we have to suffer like that. So we thought it was very important. We had this opportunity in this movie because Marvel is serialized storytelling, and the story goes on even after the movie is over. We had an opportunity with this movie to really commit to this idea of telling a story where the bad guy wins, where Thanos wins. And I think that was an important opportunity for us all to take because it's such a unique experience in the cinema. And certainly there are maybe difficult things about it, but I think there's also emotionally cathartic things about it for the audience as well. And I think it was a rare opportunity for us all to experience that in a movie, especially of this scale.
네, 이슈데일리 유주연입니다. 저 감독님들께 궁금한 점이 있는데요. 이것이 마지막 시리즈라면 추후 행보가 좀 궁금하고 마블과 계속 함께 가실 생각이 있으신지 궁금합니다.
Yeah, I mean, we're a family. I mean, we love Marvel. We've had an incredible experience working there. It's the best of our careers. It's, if anything, it's bittersweet because we don't have anything set in stone, or we haven't planned anything specifically, but we would absolutely love to work with them again. I'm just putting Kevin on the spot because he's sitting right there. We are going to do a movie next. Our next move is with Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man. It's a smaller film about an Iraq war veteran who comes home from the war with PTSD and develops a heroin addiction. So it's a bit heavier material, but it's a treatise on the opioid epidemic that we're having in the U.S. My brother and I have lost people very close to us and our family to it, and we just thought it was an important issue to tackle.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. We'll be able to see your names again in the credits. Well, thank you so much. We can do this all day long, but due to the time constraints, we have to wrap it up here. Before I let you go, do you want to say some last few words to the audience?
No, but we're just incredibly excited to have you see the movie. You see it a few days earlier than much of the rest of the world, so you're going to get to see it soon. And to answer Joe, what you guys were saying, we would work with Joe and Anthony again in a heartbeat, anytime, anywhere. We are family. We've achieved the biggest success Marvel has ever had, thanks to these two brothers right there. And I can't wait for you all to see the movie. Thank you very much.
I'll be back with you, Russo. So, Trin, do you want to leave any closing remarks to the audience?
Just exactly reiterating what Kevin just said. I'm really excited. We've waited years now. I think it's been 4 years we've been keeping, the secret, and I'm so excited for it to be finally out on April 24th for you guys.
Thank you so much for all your participation.
Thank you.
네, 1부는 여기서 마무리하도록 하겠습니다. You can leave the stage now and we'll have a 5-minute break.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all.